It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll watch Tyler Conklin, who's third in the league in catches this season and ready for more this week. It's the Bears and the Lions under the lights on Thursday night. This season and ready for more this week.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Soldier Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week, 16 carries, 60 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Purdy. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Shreds the tackle. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 137 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 3rd down and 6. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Open man here is Conklin. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. To throw is Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They got 29 yards that time. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Devon Achane with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Purdy now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Nick Bosa in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll find Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Well, he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the red zone now, Smith. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Play action. It's Smith sliding out of the pocket. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a toss right side. H.M. with it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the save. Will Anderson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've got plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. That is incomplete. The Bears at 10-5 to start play, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing here, Purdy. Pressure comes and down he goes. Will Anderson able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Purdy looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think, this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
On first down, back to Achane. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Throwing is Smith. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Smith now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Smith throwing again. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now Geno. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Smith. That is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mecole Hardman from 6 yards away. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Lions.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. Nash, and a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard.
Has a game as we're witnessing right now. His name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's Smith now on second down. They set up the screen. Achane has it. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Geno on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
At the 19-yard line.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, a nice spin.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Some strong running at the 20. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter.
Hey, Tony!
Smith on first down. Open man here is Conklin.
Yeah, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
On first down, it's Smith. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Achane on the counter. He'll get this down to the 38. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Smith's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Play action. It's Smith. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, Smith. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Geno now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing now is Geno. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, He eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Geno Smith, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. Back to throw, Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Out of the gun, Purdy. A short one there to Freiermuth. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. It's Nash. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Oh, look at the juke. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got the hook up to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds been able to get it up past the 45. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to the ground, Achane. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
A run straight ahead with Achane. The beautiful fake. And boy, some nifty running, but he's still going to come up about a yard shy. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Lions offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Purdy's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the Bears' 43-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 1 yard to go.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That's to the sideline and incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
129 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
It's 2nd and inches.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Up the middle, Achane. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Smith. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding.
Touchdown! Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Purdy. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now Purdy. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way to threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras have a big grin for them. I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for Chicago, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to 2-14 now on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out.
This is the development. This is the abilities tab. Here you can. This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful.